YouTube Nation, Midfit TV, aka Me TV, aka the ever so talented Mr. Ripley. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Anyways, I gotta get into this because last week I did a video. I was just so pissed off, and today it seems like I'm gonna be pissed off again for this week. But understand, I didn't do a video game video last week because there's been a lot of construction going on here. A lot, all right? A lot of hammering, a lot of drilling, a lot of sawing, and you don't get done till late. So I'm not doing a video game, you know what I mean, late, informational video so late in the day or night. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of you people have said since I've been doing the gameplay videos, it's probably best I stick with gameplay videos for a while because of all the things that have happened in the industry. You know, and I understand you don't want me to get pissed off, but you should know by now that I'm going to get pissed off when I see these things, all right? And I don't understand why fans are just sitting back and letting it happen either, all right? I don't get this. What is the point? But it seems like nobody wants to talk about that. And like I said, you guys have sent me a lot of information. I've read it over, you know, I'm just sitting back and mulling on things. So today, we're going to talk about EA. That's right. And their colossal bullshit when it comes to SimCity. We're not going to give it the Ultimate Edition tag because if we did that, then I would have to talk about a lot of things about EA. Yeah, and I'm talking about you trying to cancel the next Dead Space. Yeah, you know what? Don't even get me started. Don't get me started because the numbers, it didn't reach the numbers that you really wanted. Stop having such high expectations. That's the problem with the industry today. They think that every game they're going to come out with is going to do Call of Duty numbers or some type of movie figure numbers. It's not going to happen. Relax. You should be happy with what you're getting already, but you're not. You never are happy. And then the money that you have, you pour it into advertising when you could have made another game with it. Or a better quality game, I should say. But you don't want to do that, EA. No matter of fact, you don't want to do that. Developers all the way across the board. You still want to give us the bare minimum. And then think that we should pay $60 or as they're saying now, $70 a game on top of DLC, on top of season passes. Stop this. And yet gamers will still fall for this. We're going to get into it right now. All right? Let's do this. Let's talk about SimCity. Now look, I'm a big fan of SimCity, all right? Been playing it since I was a kid. I know it on the PC, or it was on the Super Nintendo. It's been a while. It's been a long time. So yeah, SimCity's been around for a long time. It has a loyal fan base, a dedicated fan base. I understand, but sometimes the fan bases have to step in for what is going on. So let's talk about this. EA, SimCity's launch was a complete disaster, said by Yahoo.com, right? Now they go on to say, and this is interesting, this line in the article, it says, SimCity's connectivity woes originate from the heavy server load caused by a high influx of new users who must log in to play. Do you know what that means? That means that their implementation of always online DRM, yeah, they self-created a DDoS nightmare. That's what they did. It crashed on its own. That's what they did. And yet, gamers were pissed off and had every right to be pissed off. But here's the thing, all right? Because of that, SimCity was removed from Amazon over the DRM issues. Now, it's interesting that that would happen because it seems like a lot of other games that have DRM or always online DRM, they don't get pulled from Amazon. It's really interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Ubisoft, what do you call yourself? Yeah, I'm looking at you, all right? But that's not all. SimCity, also, their marketing was pulled by EA. That's right, it was pulled. So now we're seeing a backlash for SimCity, you know what I mean, because of what's going on. But that's not all. When gamers decided, consumers I should say, decided they wanted their refund, they wanted their money back because they didn't know about the always online DRM. And here's the thing, even if they knew about it, the company still didn't handle it right because they can't play their game, right? Okay, so they want their money back. And here's the thing, SimCity with EA, they refused to give money back. Not only that, they wanted to ban consumers from playing the games altogether. Now, from what I'm hearing, non-Origin users didn't have a problem really getting their money back. But people who had Origins, yeah, they were threatening to ban your account. Is this how you act when consumers want their money back for a faulty product? Is this what you're doing now? But that's not all. No. Because there's a petition now against EA's DRM. Last time I checked, they had over like 8,000, signees or whatever. And what EA decided to do, all right, instead of, you know, either giving the money back or lifting the DRM ban, they decided to give anyone a free PC game who want their money back who bought SimCity. So let me get this straight, EA, all right? Ignore the issues that's going on and tell, you know, gamers or consumers, all right, we'll shut you up. We'll give you a free game that you didn't want in the first place. That's what you're doing. That makes no sense. What you should be doing is trying to understand what the customer wants, or should I say needs, because they can't play their game. So they need that to be lifted. But you don't care about that because you got their money. That's what it comes down to. Let's keep going. That's not all. All right, because a lot of people have complained, not only is the always online DRM an issue, but it also, the game itself, is riddled with bugs. Yes, a lot of bugs, and it's really bothering people. And I mean, I'll put it like this. Here's a picture. Here's an example of what I mean about how the game is rolled with bugs and you can't get out of it. So let's recap real quick, all right? If you buy SimCity, then you have to worry about getting online in order to play your game. If you can get online to play your game, then you have to deal with an amount of crushing bugs. You've got to be kidding me. And yet EA thinks this is okay. Yet EA says, if you try to get your money back, they'll just ban you straight out. You've got to be kidding me. And yet people still defend these guys? So what is so great about EA that you think that they just need, you need to buy everything they throw at you? Huh? Was it the trailers? Is it the explosions? Is it the graphics? What is it? I don't understand. Don't tell me it's quality either. And as we all know, most of the stuff that are made is not in-house. This is why they keep buying out developers or other companies so that they don't get taken. They take them over before they have a chance to become competitors. That's what they do. That's what EA does. But yet, it seems like everyone's okay with this. Everyone says you're supposed to support independent and they're so great, but yet once they become part of a bigger scheme and you know what publisher they're dealing with, you should know what those companies are thinking. They know what they're doing when they get in bed with those guys. You shouldn't have any remorse for them. But yet, gamers think it's just okay, we should just take it lying down and we're just big fans. No. This is what happens when you become a big fan and have nothing objective to say about a company. And then when you say something objective about a company, then you become the bad guy. How's that work? But that's not all right? Because, was it Christopher Sundberg comes out, that's right, from Just Cause 2, comes out and says this about DRM actually makes developers look greedy. So let's talk about this, all right? He says, DRM solutions which limit the game experience should not exist. It says that's in my opinion. It says, they make us look greedy, which we are not. It treats our fans like criminals, which they are not. With that said, I think that we deserve getting paid for years of hard work, and I think piracy is hurting our ability to make great games. Now, I'm going to stop you right there. Piracy has nothing to do with you making great games. Don't give me that, all right? It comes down to your vision and what you make. What do you think? You're going to go into a project and saying, this game's going to be pirate, so we're going to half-ass it? No, you don't do that. You make the game that you want. That's the only thing I have a problem with in this, in this statement. It is. Piracy does not hinder you to make great games, especially when we've seen great games come down the line from smaller developers. I'm not trying to hear that. That's a cop-out, okay? That's what that is. But I do want to move on because EA's customer service, I'm going to put the transcript, when you guys sent me on Twitter, put the transcript of SimCity, the discussion, in the link in the info bar for you guys so you can see that this is something, on top of the reports, this is something that EA has a problem with handling, all right? Now, I do want to talk about this because EA, let's get something straight here, they want the next generation games. They want to raise the price to $70. You know what that means? $70 games, like I said, still DLC, DRM, you still got season passes. This is ridiculous. And don't even get me started on next generation systems yet. Don't even. Yeah, all right, garbage. But I'm going to talk about this a little bit more because that's what EA put out. Then afterwards, I don't know why people still listen to this dude. Michael Pachter comes out and predicts that games will cost, $70 for next generation games after EA already said it. What kind of prediction is that? That's not a prediction, all right? Someone already said it, and he said, you know how EA is. They're going to try and change things. I put it like this. If you go back and you look at my videos from years ago, right after DCUO, I told you this was all going to happen with EA. And when I did that, people got mad at me. And when they started making videos, you're wrong, you're wrong. Look where we're at now. But yet, I'm the bad guy. Yeah. Forgive it to you how it is. I'm the bad guy. Some people just can't take the truth. But that's not all. Then it was reported that all EA games will have microtransactions. That's right. All of them. And then EA backtracked and said, oh, it's only the mobile games, it's only mobile games. You cannot believe them, all right? If they think they can get away with it, they will. It's that simple. Because gamers still allow this. I don't understand. Listen, I don't understand what they have that is so great that makes you keep running to them. I'm not trying to hear any excuses, from fans and saying, but it's a great game. And I'm tired of hearing the I don't care attitude. I'm tired of hearing that, all right? Because we all know you do care. At some extent, you do. If you come on here and you put in the comments, I don't care about such and such, well, you obviously did if you went and posted that. You do care. You care enough to post it? You do. I don't want to hear it. You care about the community because you're part of that community. And you say, oh, I don't care. Well, then why are you posting in that community then? Why are you even discussing that in the community? You do care. It's that simple. But let me keep going, because there's more to this. See, Crytek now has come out and said that they think that traditional games, that's right, single-player games, need to go, and that all single-player games should be online, meaning they want to hit you with always online DRM as well. See, this is a trend that is starting, and this is ridiculous, and fans just keep eating this up. Crytek came out and say this, and then people went and ran and bought their game. You have to be kidding me. Seriously, is this what's happening with gamers when, you know, developers or whoever, when they come out and make a statement of something absolutely ridiculous? Is this what you guys all see? Is this all you see? And then the biggest bombshell of them all comes out. You fans complained to EA about the always online DRM and the bugs, right? And then the journalist came out and complained about EA and spoke very ill of EA, which they're supposed to do when something is wrong. They're supposed to, okay? So I don't have a problem with that. And it made EA back up a little. And they were going to make an offline version of, you know, SimCity. But then EA started looking at the numbers. And then EA said, the offline mode is officially canceled. That's right. So gamers are now stuck with always online DRM. And you want to know why? Because gamers supported it. That's why. See, that's the thing. You complained, you complained, you complained, and they don't care because they already have your money. But when you try to get your money back, they freaked out. That's what it comes down to. This is why people always say, hit them where it hurts in the wallet, because they don't care about you. That's what it comes down to. And it's funny that people really think that they care. We see so many fans out there defend them to the end, all right? But yet, they'll gladly, they don't even know your name, but they'll take your money. I don't understand how you can sit here and defend them after what they've done. They've just done to you, and then you think they care. And the funny part is they get on Twitter, and then they try to bait their fanboys into retweeting things positively for EA after all the complaints. Absolutely sickening. If they cared about customer service and business behavior, this wouldn't be an issue right now, would it? Exactly. They would have lifted this. They shouldn't even thought about implementing it to begin with. All right? I'm not trying to hear stopping piracy. No one's even thinking that. We've already done the piracy debate long ago, and it was proven that that's false. Okay? So I'm not trying to hear this. Same thing with the always DRM and the DLC. We've had all these debates throughout the years, and all of it has been knocked down because it's just simple, excuses for them to implement something else on you. This is just the beginning, people. If you think that this is going to stop next generation, there's something wrong with you. All right? This is the beginning. But you can make a stand and do something now about it. You have to do it with each product. Like I said, it's not that you have to hate a company to the utmost extent where you want them to, to burn in hell. All right? But what you do is you take it by a product basis. Because it seems like that's all gamers can do these days. Because they can't agree on anything, it seems. And while you stay divided, they always make out. They do. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen so many people, I should say, defend these companies. You guys just not too long ago, you sent me a message saying that people felt that Capcom has redeemed themselves because they came out with Darkstalkers and they made the fixes to Street Fighter vs. Tekken. Is that all it takes these days? Seriously, after all that has been said, it's not just Capcom, all right? But the way they treat you, it's developers across the board here. Come on. The way they treat you. I mean, hell, Clippy B came out and said, if you don't like something, you can suck his dick. And yet, people still like him. You gotta be kidding me. This is not what gaming is about. It's not. It's not about sales. It's not about screwing over the consumer. It's not about gamers at each other's throats. That's not what this is all about. But yet, for some reason, people love drama. And every time I see somebody who loves drama, I always say it's because they have no life. Because there's enough drama out there in real life. This makes me step back from video games. Because every time I hear something, now listen, every time you do something like this, it just means I'm not going to buy your product. You save me money. That's what you do. I'm just saying that's how it is. But like I said, this is just the beginning. We're going to tackle next generation systems in the next video, because I really need to talk about that. Yeah, the PS 3.5, yeah, it needs to be talked about. And I will put it like this, all right? I see a lot of YouTubers talk about it already, but there's some more information that has come out where Sony is lying to you. I will talk about it next time. Until then, y'all be safe. I'm out.